It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scotch, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're underway from Philadelphia. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of...
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that drives them crazy to see the ball on the ground. And we know how precious this ball is in this game. Got to take care of it.
From the pistol, Hurts. Rolling left, behind some time. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first two plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Motion man left is Brown. On third down, it's Hurts. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Forget good, forget great. That is a perfect start to this game defensively. 3 straight sacks, and they're off the field without a single yard surrendered. Kate, that offense isn't just rattled. They're absolutely reeling just one possession in.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Play action with Nix. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Getting out to... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Broncos looking at a punt on fourth down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First down throwing for Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he gets him around 6 there. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 31. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offenses look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that. And that's exactly what this defense is doing.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Slot receiver headed left. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return and gets it back to the 20. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 13 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. This time it's a passing play. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Eagles capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy.
Yep.
A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Bronc, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Nix now to throw. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
2nd and 3. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down, too. Excellent work. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Nicks off the play action. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing here, Nicks. Bails out of the pocket quick. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Williams. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, here's Nicks. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Second and 6 coming up here. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. Breaks the tackle, still going. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist and head the other way for a big run.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Hurts looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Running back sent in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Hurts. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now Hurts. Flush down out to his left. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense, that surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them 2 yards backwards.
They're going to try to run it in, Barkley. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a couple of yards on the run, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going to try to drop it in. He's got it at the 30. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie things 10-10. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. That pass complete to Goddard. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Hurts to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. And you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate. It has been a brutal couple quarters. And if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Receiver in motion, headed right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's got Devontae Smith. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Third down, 1 yard to go. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Hurts. Buying some time right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos are ready to go, and we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Second and 3 now. From the 34. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
That's completed right side. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
They send a tight end in motion. Williams now on 1st and 10. He finds space for a few yards that time. Zach Bond with the tackle. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. That's complete to Vele. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zach Bond with the tackle. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Nix. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a 1st down. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. Is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a 2nd effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos make it 17 all. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, Britton Covey. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Ball at the 33 for first down. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Taken in by Smith. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the pistol, Hurts. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hurts throwing again. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And this one doesn't go far.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Sent down by Cody Barton. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And that's good for a gain of 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They go with Williams on the counter. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Up the gut they go with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. The screen pass falls incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Escapes a defender. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles, looking at 2nd and 3. From the 42. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On first down, Hurts. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Hurts now from the gun. Able to find Dotson here. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll throw it yet again. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Hurts. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Nick Snad, a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Riley Dixon on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Sent down by Cody Barton. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. James Bradbury up from the secondary for that tackle. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Nix. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap to Nix. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Short side option here. He's running left. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They go to Barkley again. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos take possession of the football. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Denver set to take the field on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Got Williams, and it's complete. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. It's taken in by Williams. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Nix off the play action. He rolls to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Nix looking to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos tie this game up. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Covey now to return this. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
They'll go with another option play to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
On first down, Hurts escapes out to the left. And they had that one contained right at the line. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Barkley gets it on third down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Going option, headed left on this first down. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Barkley trying this up the gut, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Barkley goes up and over for the touchdown. The Eagles take a 3rd quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Hits him on the out route. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Zach Bond with the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Another run for Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead with Williams. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They stay on the ground with Williams. He's contained at the line for no gain. James Bradbury up from the secondary for that tackle. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
So often we hear this, and it's true. Defense is about reaction, and on toss play, well, it's all about that quick reaction time. You got to ID that play quickly and break downhill, and it's a loss of yards, or in this case, it's a no-gainer.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw, and he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Play action with Nix. Finds Mims. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there, and that'll be good for a Denver 1st. From the red zone now. He's on the move. And this one does not go far. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Nick's now to throw. Escapes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. This from 30 yards out. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now, well, now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Covey now to return this. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing here, Hurts. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the pistol, Hurts. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way right out of bounds.
They give to Barkley, left side, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way, and as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, an entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On third down, it's Hurts. Hauled in left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. But let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on fourth down. On fourth down, Hurts. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Hurts throwing again. That pass caught by Dotson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, when a defender can get his hand on a pass in any way, good things usually happen.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Nix from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain. Third down, 1 yard to go. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go play action here. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Completed to Sutton. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They'll throw again. Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Now Nix on 3rd down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This might be a free play for him. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. They got him to bite and jump off sides. It's a rare thing to see that actually work, and it gives them this 1st and 10. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Nix looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Broncos now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes?
Yep.
No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hurts now from the gun. Goddard makes the catch. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, we know that everybody's got to work in the same accord to get it done offensively. Every lineman and, of course, those guys behind the line. Somewhere, somebody, well, they missed their cue by just enough for the defense to break through and blow that play up.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First down, ball at the 36. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now Hurts. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles in range for a game-winning score. All set up now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They go to Barkley again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They run it with Saquon. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They'll try again with Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles have taken the lead late. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. Still time to go, Bronc, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Complete to Mims. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. Setting up to pass. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. Here he is to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. One final shot here. That finds Vele, complete. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.